Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Today we're going to take a look at how to make Galactus. Yes, I know Galactus is not a DC character, he's a Marvel character, but there's quite a few Marvel characters that we can reproduce well enough in this universe online. We can make a pretty good Captain America, a pretty good Iron Man, Wolverine, Magneto, Deadpool, even Spider-Man. There's quite a few characters from Marvel that we can recreate within DC Universe Online, and not just from Marvel. You can recreate Spawn from Image and a truckload of other characters. But let's take a look at our friend Galactus today. Yes, it doesn't look exactly like Galactus, but it looks close enough that if you make that look, people will understand that your character is Galactus. And of course, you need the sidekick to have your trusted herald. That is scouting ahead for you. And also you will need heat vision to reproduce the high beams that Galactus can use from time to time. A few key components you will need in order to be able to recreate Galactus. The main one is the Mayan headpiece. That's pretty much the main thing you need to be able to reproduce. It doesn't reproduce exactly the big horns that Galactus has on his helmet, but it's the closest thing you can get, as far as I know, in this universe online. If there's another helmet that allows you to look kind of like Galactus, I haven't seen it yet. So if you wear the Mayon helmet, and if you wear like just a full slimline mask, a full domino mask, you should be able to get a nice looking Galactus. For the chest piece, the fourth world chest piece works well enough. For the gloves, you need the retro gloves. They kind of look like Iron Man gloves, but that's pretty much what Galactus is using also. You have to remember that Kirby designed a lot of the Marvel characters, and sometimes you'll see similar elements from characters to characters. And for the pants, I went with one of the tier 4 set of gear that are on display either in the Watchtower or the Hall of Doom. The actual name of the pants escapes me right now, but it's easy enough to find them. You just go to the Hall of Doom where you have the tier 4 set of gear that is being sold in some display. So if you go into a Magic Wing and look at the 4 displays, you should be able to find those pants easily enough. For the belt, it's one of the Checkmate belt, but there's a truckload of belt you could use. You don't have to use that belt. And the boots, again, I went with the Mayan boots. They're pretty close to what Kirby is actually using. There was a lot of Maya influence in Kirby's work, and it's weird to see that DC Universe Online followed that trend. And when they did, they kind of, without meaning to, gave us some actual Kirby elements, unless it was done on purpose, which is quite possible. So you can see the chest piece as those weird lines and those weird spots that Kirby often used in his work. So that gives a Kirby feel and a Kirby look to the character, even if it's not exactly how the character actually looked. So it doesn't exactly look like Galactus, but it's close enough, and it's close enough to the spirit of how the Galactus was designed, that even though it doesn't look exactly like it, people will know that you are Galactus. And of course, again, as I mentioned, some I-beams, pretty important. And nowadays, the heat vision powers is pretty viable to use, so there's no reason not to use it nowadays. The same with the iconic sidekick that you see next to our friend Galactus. If you don't want the sidekick as a herald, you could use the sidekick trinket or the backup trinket if you want to summon multiple heralds at once. Personally, I went with basically my Galactus look morphed into something that, again, even though it doesn't look like Galactus, it's pretty far away from what Galactus actually looks like. When people see that character, they still understand that, oh yeah, this is Galactus. Basically, I wanted to make a cosmic version of Galactus, so I used the cosmic skin, the cosmic material, and I basically gave it some purple and blue. Basically, I used the color scheme of Galactus to recreate that kind of cosmic look, and I just used Galactus's color to be able to give some contrast between like the headpiece, the chest piece, and the pants from the gloves, the shoulders, and the boots and the belts. So I used the Galactus's colors to give some contrast to the character, and because you cannot, if you put some material over a piece of gear, it becomes entirely that one color. You cannot give multiple colors to a piece of gear that has some material on it. So just using the color scheme that Galactus has with the cosmic material, it still sells the idea that this is Galactus, even though in theory, in reality, it doesn't really look like it anymore. So that's pretty much it for our Galactus video for today. So as always, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.